Let me just say good evening, good afternoon. Big up to everyone that's locking in from early. It's your Sunday evening show, your favorite show. It's Hot Topic Show. I want to say a pleasant afternoon to everyone wherever you are in the world. We're here live once more. And this evening we'll have here live with us a man goes by the name of Yaksta, straight out of St. Mary, Jamaica. You don't know, the Bush Lord will be here to tell us his story, all about his journey. There are no upcoming greats in the music, and he'll be here to share with us, you know, from whence he coming, and where the business is taking him so far. Pick up my big friend Sweet on the check-in, you know. KD, where I did my friend. Pick up yourself in a screechy. Pick up all of my class and this little family. Pick up all of UK on the check. USA, Jamaica, all of the Caribbean. We're here live inside the Hot Topic studio. Pick up the whole team. Pick up Landkentertainment. Pick up Mama Keys. Pick up Father Ignorance. Father Screw, the whole Little Thunder family. Pick up the whole Hot Topic fans, you know, anywhere in the world. Continue to share the live. We're about to start. Pick up to all of my Montreal people, you know. They say on the 28th, there will be no more curfew. Once more, we'll be allowed to go outside, but I'm sure there will be some restrictions. But anyway, freedom is a must. One day. Big up to all who are looking forward to that first party. welcome. It's your Sunday evening show. It's Hot Topic. I'm your boy, your host, Johno Frass. I'm here, and we are about to get started. You don't know, as promised, we always bring to you great artists, great DJs, great business personnel, great teachers, great people of influence and hot topics so that they can share their journey, their story, so that we can all get to know them some more, get to know their struggles, where they're coming from, and to whence they are now today. You understand? So today, as promised, you will have in here with us the great man himself outside of St. Mary, the bush lad, goes by the name Yaksta. Before we get into the interview, the conversation with Yaksta, let me make you get familiar with some of his tracks that are out there creating waves on the airwaves, in the medias, everywhere. Get familiar with Yaksta. We started right here, Hot Topic Sunday.
We get this in Jack to make an impact. Yaksta and Simpak.
Yes, Lord, I ain't no Christian man, but I bow before thee. To you I lift my hands, I give you glory, Lord, yeah. Jehovah, my creator, I give you worship, Lord, from now till later. Cover me under your blood, Lord. Cover me under your blood, yes. Cover me under your blood, Lord. Cover me under your blood. The existence of life and no man dead, proven guilty in more than one case. Speak in tongues and this way translate. Pray for miracle and let me demonstrate. Ups up times like pancakes. When me fall and bruise and pants there, they brush me off clean and dance me. That's why you deserve.
He goes by the name Yaksta.
Jehovah,
you'll be right here with us live today.
I give you worship, Lord, from now till later. Cover me under your blood, Lord. Cover me under your blood, yes. Cover me under your blood, Lord. Cover me under your blood. Put the Bible on the head so when we wake up, me see you. If you made us in your image, then you're what's in the mirror. Direct the path, give me a cassette and your video. Give me a fresh start, put your water in the syrup. Me heart is me heart, that's all they can give you. True love never dies like what up with us. So they couldn't enter me out, will never grill up. Wasn't a pistol when they said peace be on with you. She said get gunned down, we call it cause them call it danger zone or breathing grounds or place for the dumb. Some call it slums with crimes or place where innocent get gunned down. We call it cause the ghetto where I'm from. Cause the ghetto where I'm from. From a place where the sweet of a party every night. Financially rough, but we still a live life. Stand tight, give it water, most a bridge light. When we better in yourself is known as I. We use because school, you have to make a sacrifice. Sunday, a match going for we make nice. And do a youth strap like flies. 1 out of 10 from the slums till the rise. Them call it danger zone or breathing grounds or place for the dumb. Some call it slums with crimes or place where innocent get gunned down. We call it
Your music. You listen gun song like that. Some of the people know the Carson function in my place. See me?
Watch it, we out ya. Reasonable don't ya. For the black out ya. Rock up better out ya. PG was out ya.
I said he'll be here live with us in a few moments. The man goes by the name Yaksta outside of St. Mary. Get familiar with these tracks because you'll be hearing them a lot.
Your music. You listen gun song like that. Some of the people know the Carson function in my place. See me?
Watch it, we out ya. Reasonable don't ya. For the black out ya. Rock up better out ya. PG was out ya. St. Mary my drum. And if you this sport, Mara you will lie down. Like a big killer, them up high guns. And if you this a idea, you try run. Yeah, St. Mary my gun. And if you this sport, Mara you will lie down. So I down the asylum. And a dirt and make a better rise. You no shirt colors and no boy can't fix here. 19, I'm start, I'm a victory.
Whatever you're
For
about.
me know some me district with me. Morning sun, wind flood till 60 and beyond. Nothing known for make triplet. Nothing name crack front case split. No me
It goes by the name Yaksta.
now the course from the 60s. One trip at 8.
Outside of St. Mary.
This makes no not survival look risky. Kid land up.
Artists taking the airway by star.
And sound thugs them known for love lift.
He's right here with us live this evening.
Man them hip it. Fearless, feel just party them lift it. Free love the most fastest in a history. You will miss them briskly. Fast, quick. If you love run off your mouth like lips. French area my ground. And if you're this sport, Mara, you will lie down.
You're music. Listen, gun song like that.
Hip hop there.
Some of the people know the Kirsten.
No gun song around here. One of them.
Watch you, we out ya. Reasonable don't ya. Food the black don't ya. Rook up better out ya. PG was out ya. Friend area my ground. And if you're this sport, Mara, you will lie down. That can be a killer, then no pine.
You're probably St. Mary people never know.
Yet you try.
What careers, what was?
St. Mary my ground. And if you're this sport, Mara, you will lie down. I know, and a dirt and make a better road.
I'm a Portland people them.
I'm not sure palace and no boy can't fix me. 2019, I'm a start, I'm a victory. First one, me know some me district with me. Morning sun, wind flood till 60 and beyond. Mountain known for make triplet. Nothing name crack front case split, no mix with. I just still a run off the coast from the 60s. One trip at 8 to your moon, I equipped it. This makes no not survival look risky. Kid land abuse, buckle bomb last 60. Grand sound thugs, them known for love lift quick. American mouth, woman, them hip it. Fearless, feel just party, them lift it. Free love the most fastest in a history. You will miss them briskly, fast, quick. If you love run off your mouth like lips, French area my ground. And if you're this sport, Mara, you will lie down. Like a be a killer, them no buy guns. And if you're this a idea, you try run. Yeah, St. Mary my ground. And if you're this sport, Mara, you will lie down. So I down asylum. And a dirt when look up, it's a rise down. Worry what, will never nick a cut of fine. Shut it from scheme and the governor for time. Robbing fear, make me somebody don't find. See it come for that different state of mind. I'm a chop it Juvie Jeff 9 vine. All man's green, play football a lifestyle. Follow don't follow them, I hustle for life. Zion yard, don't for no miss school sign. Stand side, Trinity, Quebec, Chance River. Bang at them out, I can't get rid of Now seek validation, those and admiration.
He's here with us. I'm gonna bring him right on live. We're gonna talk to the man. Goes by the name Yaksta, bush lad outside of St. Mary.
2
Let your friend know.
Bush loader.
Yaksta will be forwarded on the screen just now.
Excuse me, no pagans. Now seek validation, those and admiration. From you now your patrons. Posting about name brands. Because over 8 grand. But me searching up the same one. With the cost of a straight pants. Why own a Ferrari? We know where to park it. Why shop a Louis V? When there is a target. Don't be hype on my face. Joe minds me a savings. Them go fend if it trendy. Bank account can't empty. Bro, acres over markets. Big wife on me wants it. Hold on. Inside that breed up. Child support that please up. Farming over plastic. Investment over profit. Inheritance from me seeds up. Me alright being it. Yo, if you are 50 and never make a brings get used. Means of poor so your kids next to employment you use as a big excuse. You and him grow so him get you. See him 24 hours so what you have to. When your kids do good you buy them juice. Bang and budget by their own tools. You keep getting wealthy. Wanna sell and more peace. No matter what you make class clean. So start supply Walgreens. Stocks large when you plant trees.
There you have it, people. Yeah, man, the man is go by the name Yaksta. And he is here with us live. Keys, let's have Yaksta on screen right now. Wagwan, bush lad. Big up yourself, you know, man. I want to say enough love and enough respect for, accepting our invite to be here on Hot Topic and for taking your time out of your busy schedule to sit with me this evening and share your story, your journey, I'm looking forward to hearing their journey still, So thanks from myself and Landkentertainment and the whole Thunder family for being here, sir.
Yeah, man. It's definitely a pleasure, to actually express, my journey to you guys in such a subtle manner. That people can actually resonate with what I'm about and, what I will be doing, in short. But yeah, they sent me a same way pan the ends are going to hold it, I told them box up some belt, put up some back because they can see him. I don't know. The mother yard are going to do some thing for the old lady, I see him, And I go, but yeah, man, it's just a blessing in general, man. So, what go on?
Why? Well, there, and it's a pleasure to sit and talk to the eyes still as a, upcoming artist. Well, an artist will break through right now and out there with a doing thing, and we know you're gonna here for a long time. So it's a pleasure for me to sit here right now and talk to you, especially now that you're still sitting on the grounds that you were born and everybody's supposed to know by now from your breakout that you're from St. Mary. But I'm gonna ask you the obvious question still. Where were you born and raised? Just in case.
St. Mary. That's as I was like redundant,
Yeah, that's that. Yeah, like everybody know Yaksta, St. Mary,
yeah, man, bush,
born and raised, never.
There's somebody that bush I see him,
Never anywhere else.
Yes, sir.
Jaja. So who you grew up with? Like who raised you?
I grew up with my mom. You understand? My father wasn't really present, but nonetheless, we still kind of have an understanding. Because real and true is not every parent at the time is actually a parent. Some of them is just an individual who came, made a donation and they paid rent, but they're not a parent. So So when I really make it be something too condescending for me, same way, I just try to interpret it in the best way and manualize span the do's and the don'ts. Because real and truly, these things sometimes comes with benefits of understanding what it is to be a father when you become one. So really, my mom was my dad and my mom at the same time. But nonetheless, my father did what he could. He's not a mean man. He was just a person that was too busybody and wanted to do what in the world we can actually get. So in result, resulted in having a bunch of children that didn't have a father, but really and truly, I had a father figure, and that is my mother. Sorry about the whole camera mode. I try to find a stone and catch it, Catch me the outside,
Yeah, man, do your thing, man. Yeah, so you basically, you still have to say, Pops was somewhere around and you give him credit for what he did. But the greatest out of what you just said that me get is that, regardless of the situation and what happened there, it teach me a lesson. And that lesson is the way to be a good father, basically. And not make the same mistake.
Well, you see, we're human beings, so sometimes we will make the same mistakes because remember that we're flawed mechanism, you understand? The body is just a machine, and we are just an hologram that is actually shined to this machine or connected to it, you understand? Because really and truly we're spiritual beings, so I think that we may make the same mistakes, overly, because we are human beings, and human beings do loss and sometimes overthink things, and as such, the default settings of what mankind is will always get uproar, and then result in just doing the same cliche that everybody does. But you have to be an individual to catch yourself, you see me? And that point, and just try to maneuver around your own defaults, you see me? But but my father still is a great man, said speed. He made a great person. He made a lot of great children. So, as such, he did play this part. It was just not a motor that really steered this engine into this direction. And as such, I'm still grateful. And I express gratitude and abundance in the same way, Yeah.
But he's still alive?
Yeah, man. Him there, I mean, too long ago. I want, Papa. See me?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, him there this part, I got the phone foot. Yeah.
Big up, Papa.
Yeah.
Jaja. Yo, sure. Anyway, so you say you make a lot of great kids. How many of you?
13. You made 13 individuals, you understand? But only one Yaksta.
Oh.
Yeah. Plus maybe when they get neither to see me, I know them old boy are going, them just walk on fire like a serial killer,
Jaja. Yo, I wasn't even thinking along that line. 13.
The 13 that he knows of. And then the others are, just there. But
anyways,
yeah.
So mommy knows. So mommy is good and up and running. You say you're the right mommy right now. I build up the house and thing.
As usual, she has a cuss me same way, because I'm walking around with my shoes on. So you don't know cook her so they sex feed, you know. She cook her, I don't ever swine or some farm dead meat you want to cook sex feed, but just there I go and get her straight from the place as a sex feed, you know.
You say that you're cookings.
Eh?
And you're cookings that.
No man, I fear I think that man, but they don't know that is her choice. We can't really choose for my mother.
Yeah. Which is right.
Her consumption is just hers, you see me?
Yeah.
I can just give my 2 cents, and if she listens, that is just it, you see me? We have 2 different perspectives of what each other should consume, and as such, my consumption may be much more organic and holistic than hers, you know?
Yes. But like there are reasons still, you know. And at the end of the day, I said it doesn't matter what you believe, you allow other people think for themselves and have their own belief.
Yeah, man. 1 minute. No, Asia. I'm on the phone.
Yeah, man. That's it. Yes, people have here with us live one called Yaksta. You don't know outside of St. Mary, you don't know it goes by the alias Bush Lord. So when you get familiar with all of those names, because this man will be around for a long time and he'll be spreading lots of great message through the music. So I want you all to get familiar with Yaksta and keep in tune and follow his music, follow his career. From time to time, you will see all his ways of contact and such be posted on the screen. So make sure you go there and follow him on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, everywhere that's possible. And you'll also probably have contact information like numbers and such, so you can reach out to Yaksta whenever, okay? So Yaksta, what was it like growing up in St. Mary as a youth? You know, what was it like?
Well, as a youth, being in St. Mary is just a typical life. Like, you're born in a garrison. You know, we're almost impoverished. Just a dreamer. It was much more like a country life still, because even though we live in the heart of the town, you know, back and forth, music, my grandfather ends up a mile gully, and you know, the man came up on some farm and everything. Then he used to have an elder there in my house named Mr. Byron, which now I think he moved to a different parish since of late. Moved to a different parish, and he has he used to brought us in his bush back then, and you know, show us tie a cow and go to them in the same way. Went to Portmore Primary, went to Iona High School, went to several online colleges, I think. I don't really call it college, but more classes, more and stuff we just get, you know, to enhance in a certain business areas in school the same way. It was fun. Always I got a bush, get beaten almost every single day of my life. Yeah, so you don't know, it's just a typical life in a little youth that a Jamaican normally live, you see me? Yeah, but yeah, it's nice, man. It's nice. Yeah.
What was it, the school settings like up to high school?
Well, I wasn't really deprived from academia, you see me? But I think connection to actually learning came when I was about 11, 12, going 13, because I never started reading until I was actually in grade 6.
What were the schools you attend?
I went to Portmore Infant, then I went to Portmore Primary. Then I went to Kingston. I really caught them school to see me because there was maybe a term mistake. So then I come back to Portmore Primary, went to Iona High School, and done Iona High School. And then after I left Iona High School, I did a study. I did 2 business studies. Then I stopped on the start, walk and sell clothes. About 2 years.
You used to sell clothes?
Yeah, man. Cheap and swagging, man. The hottest walk-in store, no window, no door, you know? Yeah, man. Anytime.
Run it again. Run the slogan again. Run it.
So the walk-in store, man, no window, no doors. Cheap and swagging, boast, the bragging. The school is still there. I want to think it's a walk attack, but they don't know. It's like, it was a vibe where I saw the most naked woman in my life selling clothes, because they don't know, even though some town cheap clothes, them, you know, dance, all that go on in them time, then people and them come call me like 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock in the morning, 12 o'clock time to buy clothes and make a 500 tights and them shirt the same when strip in front of you and buy them clothes and go and dance to a party. So it was really and truly, and them time I was about 17, 18, I got 19.
Yeah.
You know, so just sell clothes and I make the money them time to see me as I look a booby there, you know. But I enjoyed it. That would different from music. That would be one of my forte, if I should say. I have a liking for any form of industrialism, you know. That would be one.
Selling clothes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Chaja. Wow. It seems like you really like it when I enjoyed it, you know?
Yeah, man. It's like, brother, there's not much things in this life for you not to like, you know. It's because of our mind really actually limits us to actually the precision and the perception of what life really is. It's just like when people put a limitation on an individual, you know. and that a particular race, people are thing, religion, etc. All these, are just stipulations of one man's personal interest. That they gave a meaning to real and truly put in a sense of direction that sometimes can come to a chaotic term, And as such, we have to just find our niche in what we do in life, and then we try to enjoy it, Me like it's like me not really like too much things that is too much of too fancy. Nonetheless, when it comes on to like arts and drama, I may express myself in a very Afrocentric way. You understand? Because any way you take it, you have to be an entertainer as an entertainer. And as such, you have to really try to go the best to make sure your fans are pleased. Sometimes some people might misinterpret, while others may not. But nonetheless, everybody have their own ulterior motive, and everybody have their own sense of purpose and also opinion. I cannot fight anyone's opinion because really and truly, that is your God-given right, your choice to freedom. Yeah.
So where was this? You were selling clothes inside the streets of St. Mary?
Yeah, man. From I used to walk like from Port Marathon to like Gale and then place there. So I went on to different parishes as well. Manchester, went to St. Elizabeth, same way. But regards to me live on my bag in a taxi man car and thief it, and from that I never go back,
You never go back to St. Elizabeth.
St. Elizabeth, the man thief things them time there. But Kingston was it, Clarendon was a good place, same way. Montego Bay I never really tried, but St. Anne's was really an next niche. And a crucial era for my clientele base. St. Mary was really the top of all tiers, That's where I made most of my money here back then.
So how you get around selling these clothes, like on public transport?
No, public transport, but sometimes I used to walk because I never had the car. And really and truly, I never started driving until about last year because Mr. Man really business boat, not even carry more time. They have me carrying to drive it for years. They just give one of my friend to drive me around. It's like I not really find much solace in them thing there. Yeah, book and try to figure out some other new things where we can extend my life, Because when I look on life to see more time, it is just too draining to focus on so much things at once. And sometimes the things that we focus on are very frivolous, And yeah, we're not really trying to inject too much of our source energy into to degrading things. I almost say degrading things. I mean like things that really and truly capsize in time. Like materialism, yeah.
You seem to like look at life from a different perspective. Where did you get this concept from? Where did you generate this form of
life itself? Because remember, as I said before, each one of us have our own understanding of what existence is. And because I exist at this time, base period, my pivotation process is totally different from my next man's own. But really and truly, it's just that we take life too literal and too serious. But really and truly, life is much more simpler than what we think it is. It's just because, like, for instance, a man fear died, but you appreciate living.
Yeah.
And we fear dying is because we don't know when somebody dies, what really happens. But the appreciation of living comes with so much different dysfunctionalities, like, for instance, stress, rent, heartbreak, grief, laughter, so much twisted emotions. But then again, a dead man is later docile, diamond, he never move. But really and truly, if you fear the thing that actually coincides with the other, it simply means you fear your own existence itself. So it's like we just start realizing most of the things that we were taught that actually life is actually a lie. And because we try to decipher them things the most days, we just try to find a peace with yourself. We don't try to follow agenda, we don't try to be a member of agenda, we just try to be a member of life itself. Because what we see is what we get. And if you get up every single day and stress, then you're a person that is miserable. An individual that really and truly finds his own utopia. Everybody wants some of that we. And that is where the word trending comes from. Because the individual find a niche or a source energy that works for him. A person who sees that and think that they are out of sync of that energy, really and truly, them try to grasp on it, So it's just like life. If you
yeah, go on.
Yes, if you appreciate love what your existence is, then you shall appreciate love every single thing that comes with it. If you look at yourself right now, 10 years ago, you never look so old, neither myself. So you realize that everything depreciates in value. You understand? We're just a life assets. As a matter of fact, not status. We're life's liability. But we the being within this vessel is the actual asset. And it's what we actually come forth and put forth to somebody else can actually benefit from is what makes us monumental. So I think we should just try to exceed ourselves each day, try to be much more phenomenal and don't just sit in a cycle or a matrix, a system that was created to just keep us imprisoned mentally and try to find freedom in everything, even though we're not free. You see me? Yeah.
This is just me talking to Yaksta, and we're talking about the young youth born and grown in St. Mary, raised by his mom mostly, and dad was there too, but and we're not even get to the music as yet, the musical part of him as yet. But from that little reasoning, I feel like I should play about this song, because this song sounds like what you're saying right there.
Stocks large, but not too, minute. Bush loader. Excuse me, no pagans. Now seek validation. Ghost and admiration. From you now, your patrons. Posting about name brands. Because over 8 grand. When me searching up the same one. With the cost of a straight pants. Why own a Ferrari? With nowhere to park it, boy. Why shop a Louis V? When there is a target. Now me hide from my face. 2 minds me a save it. Them go fend if it trendy. Bank account can't empty. Acres over markets. Link my wife when me want it. Cause when side got read up. Child support that read up. Sorry me no.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that kind of sum up what you're saying, and from your reasoning, we can understand how you sit and pen a song like this. And this is the song, because I know you probably have over 30 tracks already. And this is the songs.
Tell you the truth, I have like 1,227 tunes now because I recover what I'm all hard drive. I've been vicing for 5 years, brother. And I vice a song every single day. The only days now that I've really got to vice was since the whole massive breakout and the whole telecommunication and platforms to perform and all the mass array of different interviews and the influx of dubs press. You know, it becomes much more bombarding than a more simple, simpler, you know.
Yeah. I want to say big up to the people checking in. You know, we're here reasoning with the great man himself outside of St. Mary. He goes by the name Yaksta. I don't know, the bush lad. Yeah, big up Alicia Langley. I don't know, very big up yourself. Rosemary, pretty big up yourself on the check-in. Yo, so like telling the whole Collation family, big up on yourself. And the Keys, big up yourself. BD, LBD, the whole Cargo Promotion family, big up on yourself. Let me ask you before you start explaining your millions of songs that you have, Mr. Great. When did you get interested in music? When did you find out, and how did you find out that you can actually sing and write songs? Where it started?
I started doing music when I was actually 6 still. But you have a late and early, you have something called late and early bloomers, you know. You understand? Mm-hmm. If we should take a real self-reflection or self-resonance, we may say that we are all instruments of music itself, because from once you have, keys and cadence and sounds and waves, you start moving to the rhythm.
Yeah.
But some just have it more than some, because some was designed from the fabric of life to do music.
Yes.
And that. So really and truly, it was there innately from my own origin. Mm-hmm. But I discovered that I am a musician when I was 6. But I took music much more seriously when I was actually in high school. And I became a musician when I was actually 23. You understand? In full. Because I'm now 27.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was the birth of my son, really and truly. gave me that zeal and zest to actually start pursuing music to my best of my abilities. And as such, you don't know me try to dominate and decipher my wrongdoings into something much more of a when I say no self-reckoning phase. You see me? So yeah. Them
Okay.
time.
Sorry. You say you were in music from 6, but then you went on to say you became a musician at 23. Explain.
All right. I was in music when I was 6, but I wasn't sure about what music was. I know that I liked this thing. In high school, I liked the idea of fame because I saw popularity. I saw the girls, I saw the blings, I saw the clothes, I saw the money and all those things that you saw on BT. Because BT was that channel that really and truly charged everybody interest into wanting to become an entertainer of sort. No, when I was 23, I realized that music is not just talent, but also a business.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So music is not just talent, but it's also a business. And when you actually know the business side of music as a musician, you're a musician, because some are just players of instrument, but not musician. Musician is the individual who coincides with music and also business. So there's a differentiation between both. A man might call himself a musician, but really you're a player of instruments. A musician is an individual who understands instruments and also what it means to capitalize, span your musical talent to make it much more liquid. And make a liquid becomes an asset, because really and truly you're an asset, but also a liquid. You see me? So it's just all them try to simplify certain things, but really and truly have a much more in-depth feel, because them don't show them on the capitalist side of what it is. You see me?
See.
But again, in my opinion, somebody else might have a different interpretation of what I just said in their own manner, which is fine.
But there's a lot of sense in what you say, because people like to take what you have and capitalize on it. So they will hide the way to capitalize from you and make you believe that just having the talent and the know-how is what you need to be the musician. Which you're not downplaying anyone, and you're not saying that anybody in the industry who don't know the business aspect, they're not doing, music. But you're saying for yourself, you know you had the talent, or you saw yourself having the talent. You used to knock on the decks like everyone else. You've been writing songs from when. You've been in the music from 6, but you're saying that you accept that you're a musician when you became 23, when you learned the business side of the music.
Yeah.
Jaja, I understand your explanation fully. So, who were the people that you would consider your icon when you were growing up? Like, who were the artists that you that inspire you, look up to?
Jimmy Cliff, Vibes Father, Eminem, Little Wayne, Nas, Damian Gang Marley. You see, any individual that really and truly have an exponential talent or a surplus amount of expression when it comes on to the musical feel and cadences, I think individuals that are an individual that really and truly resonates well with Yaksta. But me always like Jimmy Cliff over everybody at the first, you see me? Then Bounty Killer, you don't know, Beanie Man coming in them dancing same way. And MJ was a part of my inspiration as well, because I don't know the man is phenomenal.
Yes.
But Cartel now take it on another level to make we understand that vocabulary is key when it comes on to actually being an entertainer. You understand? You have to have a way with words. Like it is actually giving a GPS direction. You understand? But all the things with the people is an art. So as such, we try to capitalize on all of the individuals that is before me, that is now here, and no one of them is about to come. Because really you can't look to the one them alone, The future is always imminent. And as such, you have to make sure so you're in line to be inclined with what the future is about to offer. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Bush. Wow. Johno. I like the reasoning, I like the reasoning. So we're getting familiar with your music now. We're hearing you all over the airwaves, everywhere in the world. Yaksta is playing, and as you just mentioned, I'm saying you have over 30 songs, because I know over 30 songs from you for sure. Where you're saying you have thousands of songs. So we're just getting to hear you, as I said, all over the world. But how long your stuff been out there? Have you been performing before this COVID thing and all of that? What's been going on for Yaksta before?
All right, I went viral in 2017 with the song called Woman Facebook. That wrapped up like 2.1 1 or 2.3 million views organic. But at the time, I never really understand algorithm. I never really understand what it means to use media marketing at Twitch based of its own ability.
Right.
And such, we never capitalized on that. But I did what I could at the time. I have been performing from, I would say, high school. And then, while I was working at Rio, I did a little thing here and there, just writing some songs and singing for the staff member, them, the co-worker, them, and, and we used to have a little vibe. Then I started performing when I was 23. The same year, because I did an EP with 9 tracks or 10 tracks called Stoic Torture. And, a song called Surely Women that really and truly went well in streets. And then I did a song called Doesn't Never Sleep, Far Sale, Salt and Pepper. Quite a few songs that really and truly rotated locally, but not so much of dominance when it comes down to like radio play and etc.
Yes.
Then Boogie Woogie came out and went back viral again. I did a video. Like while I was shooting home video, I was doing a freestyle video when the song was not really yet conceived fully.
Yes.
And you've been a write the song, but it never really fully done it, I would just do a little mess around and the video kind of go viral and then 2019 I did a song called St. Mary My Ground, which went viral, that really and truly gave me an underground buzz. Many people classify it as a breakout because I went to the stage with Livewire, but I was just an opening act of their band based on the buzz I got from that song.
Right.
Then 20, everything was actually at a spiraling moment, then everything went to fiasco because of the whole pandemic and every single thing just crashed. I did a couple collaborations within that year, still with some Spanish, Latin American artists, and then 2019 December, 2019 October, I released Humans that gave me a bubble, you see me, and the local airwaves and also international airspace. And then by January the 15th, I released Ambition, and here came Yaksta, the newborn birth of farming, as they know, farm and food, bush lad himself,
So you would, which song would you say was your first song then?
My first song was a slack song called She Say. But the first song that gave me recognition or annuity, I would say Home. Then Boogie, Home. Like it gave me much more popularity when it comes down to people knowing that I'm the youth named Yaksta Caravani at the time, because I dropped the Caravani when I actually released a song called Boogie Woogie. But at the time, my name was Yaksta Caravani. But then he gave me a buzz. Then Boogie Woogie put me on a little pedestal, and then Home. Then Mary carry me higher. Then I just seal the deal. So it was almost like a musical relay,
So let's start from the Home. Let me give the people them an idea. All right, who is not familiar with the song, I'm gonna let them hear Home. Okay, first verse.
Them call it danger zone or breathing grounds or place for the dumb. Some call it slums with crimes or place where innocent get gunned.
Y'all can remember this one.
Call it whoa, cause the ghetto where I'm from. Cause the ghetto where I'm from. From a place where the sweet of a party every night. Financially wrong, but we still a live life. Stand tight, give it water, most a bridge light. Where for better in yourself is known as I. When youth we go school, you have to make a sacrifice. Sunday a match goal for we make nice. And do a youth trap like flies. 1 out of 10 from the slums still rise. Them call it danger zone or breathing grounds or place for that dumb. Some call it slums with crimes or place where innocent get gunned down. We call it whoa.
Yeah. A lot of people in the music can remember that one, So that was the first one that made, a lot of us know or recognize that, this person, has the musical feel and the talent. So after that, after Home, you said you dropped Boogie Woogie.
Boogie Woogie, yeah.
Hold on.
Lord of mercy, brush me teeth for me cats and me diamond socks. I seen ear album. Brush me teeth for me cats and me diamond socks. I seen ear album a golden locks. Got out of the house to the beach, relax. Me see old man charge with a goat and a laugh. Walk on charge. I beg you, I try and pull out my chest back. Morning, Mr. I was crying on the pot.
People, there you have it. These are the two songs that, brought Yaksta to the forefront. Father Ignorance, big up yourself, and a little thunder bass. Father Screw Generator, big up same way. So, those are the songs, and those came out in when? 2017, right?
No, I think almost 2017, then Boogie Woogie was 2018.
Oh, that came 2018. So far, what would you say was your biggest show locally that you've been
on? St. Mary Igloo, St. Mary Regatta. Yeah, as in with a mass amount of persons.
Yeah.
There were like thousands of people, and everyone is actually singing along with the words of the song.
I was just gonna ask, what was the reception like?
Yeah, man, the reception was tremendous, bro. It's like it is nothing that you'd walk away and don't want to express gratitude for. That would be a blessing in disguise. The individual who really and truly never really have the popularity mainstream, but got a mainstream love in front of many mainstream artists that was actually on the show for the night.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't know that right there and then I was validated by them to keep doing good music. But as such, I made a detour by start doing back my dance all my gun song them and all them putting there. Because when I start working with an individual and them I say, boy, Yaksta, conscious thing now work. And I just took a step back and then from the label and them jump from the label, and then by the time them drop we just release back Ambition, everything just went back viral, So I think sometimes these are lessons from the Most High himself. We just say, boy, you can take several roads and it might work, but sometimes it's best you just go and stick in our niche. Because really and truly, me have a whole heap of slack song, whole heap of gun tune, and the same rubbish that people normally classify as rubbish. I've sang so banger song where you can think of all them things that I've been doing, all them things there. And then we just come to a self-resolution and start looking to myself and say, boy, Yaksta, you can do better. And even make you maybe 1, 2, 3 days for actually think over some things where I say I go much more in depth and make it resonate to people. Do it, because it's easy for just walk going to the studio and sing some rhymes and say some things and this a man sing a gun song and people like it because of the chorus or the punchline and things. But sometimes it might take a longer time to actually meditate and med something that can resonate to the people and not just know about for decades,
Exactly what I was thinking. But that's great, man, and I like your choice, and I think the people out here, they're appreciating the road that you take, because we really appreciate the type of music that you bring forth still.
Yeah.
I hear you mention St. Mary with the close selling, and that was probably your best support, the place where you make the most money, you said. And then you mentioned the shows that you get the best support from also, and it comes back to St. Mary. Is it safe to say that St. Mary is giving you their full support?
Yeah. Well, you don't know, you can have do's and likes and dislikes, but I can say for St. Mary, definitely. Yeah. I'm my general. It's like St. Mary is every single thing that represents what Yaksta is, and you don't know, everything comes with the good and bad. So I can tell you, if it's out of 100% support, I have 98% support. St.
Mary. Yeah,
man. I love my place too.
Love that still. Big up on yourself, St. Mary. Keep on supporting on the youth, And a lot of great spot out at St. Mary still, so it's not even, so surprising to see a great man like you arise right now.
Definitely. So, and berries and all in Monday,
Yeah, and even in the dance, in the sound system, like Ricky Chupa, Jakes, and the whole of them man the same way. That's great. So I know that you've been out with other artists, and maybe some of their tours and stuff. Who are some of the other artists that you performed with or worked with?
Colorado, I once opened a show for Toots. I did one with Livewire, I had a co-sign and a track with Vegas himself. Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah. So, like, on those experiences, which one of the show you would say was your biggest show you performed in?
When I went to Queens, New York, it's like Livewire. They had a show with at Queens, but they never got to perform because they never had any band set up. So them just have warmed the place. But when I held the microphone, I had the support from the whole place just sent me a word for word, and all I do know when their job. It seems like there's a lot of St. Mary people today and sentence people, and from a class with them come out. So the club rock is actually Asia. So there was actually like there's actually like a bigger show down the road from mine, but mine was so loud. Like the club couldn't take no more body, so they have some what I do have to end up going on at the other club, you know. Wow. And it was like a whole heap of nice, and I said, yeah man, this thing I feel good enough. Yeah, this because boy, I like a different country. Yeah, I know, you know, to a bus mainstream. But when we go to St. Mary, my going was like almost every corner shop when we going to New York. I said, boy, but the thing I go a little bit, man. You know, I when we go some place I singing to Mr. People know it. So, what a blessing, my brother. No joke.
Yeah. It's nice. You can see the joy you feel at the time, and it's like you just talking about it, like it bring you back to that kind of energy.
Yeah, you know? I don't drink alcohol, you know, but they give you tea back like Hennessy and something put on the table, you know?
You get the treatment, you know?
We call it back a girl. Back a girl that come with little sparky business that light up over your top and them something. And I say, boy, no, I see why some of them want to get carried away, you know, because I welcome sometimes you take it for granted, you know? Yeah. I take the back, just give them to the people who I come with the night, enjoy the performance. You know, like it was really a fulfilling moment. And the reason real fulfilling because I felt fulfilled after I finished performing. So yeah, man, it's like that bring me an element of what I never thought that I could actually be in. Yeah.
Let me ask you, because I don't know if it's gonna be the same time or the same whatever experience that you're gonna refer to. So let me ask you now, what was one of your best experience since you've been on the journey then?
Fine, it tune.
Oh, so it's a different answer. Tell us about that. What was about? What happened? How did you know that you find it? It's a hit now?
You never know when you find it, but you feel a surge of energy sometimes for more than one song, you know? Because the same feeling that I felt about Ambition, I felt about a lot of other tracks. But at the time, it wasn't really the right time, never had the right budget, not the right people around. So really and truly someone to flops. But give me a minute. Asia, go wrong.
People, you're here live with us, you know, we're talking to the man himself, you know, he goes by the name Yaksta, the bush lad outside of St. Mary, and he's sharing with us his journey, his story. You know, you're locked into Hot Topic. I'm your boy, your host, Johno Frass, outside of the Little Thunder family, you know, representing also for landkentertainment. And we're here, and we're continuing the story. I like it. Yeah, Yaksta.
Yeah.
So, the experience, I say, your best experience in the journey so far was when you get the hit.
Yeah, because by some people.
Take us through Take us through that, the feelings, and where were you when you hear it, and when you kind of feel say, yeah, it's gonna happen. Did you hear it on the radio? Did people start calling you and say, yo, me hear your song, or what was it? What was the experience? Take us through that.
All right. I had the lyrics and put on. One night I went home listening to Yamabella by Shannon Mirror. Got inspired back to actually recreate the song. So I took up the book, remodel. I went the Sunday to voice it. When I voiced it, there was a guy doing some behind the scenes for a girl lyric video, some of that sort, and he was saying, well, as me done, I say, hey, brother, the song I go hit, you know. You can't send me this, brother. I'm going to sit down and listen to it. And I say, you know, so honestly, brother, it don't finish yet. But when it done, I go in gear. And in my little team group, and it was a whole heap of big knives and people. I said, boy, yeah, Yaksta long time, why something like this for me back? And you know, it's like, boom, and I put it up, I believe a Thursday night. No, we put it up release a Friday morning, and so something went wrong, and the song just released by itself automatically Thursday night. And by Friday morning, I saw 30,000 views in a day, which we never really got.
On your page? On your page?
Yeah, on my YouTube page. We never got 30,000 views, never, ever in a day. And, you know, from YouTube, maybe 30,000 a month or maybe 2 weeks or 3 weeks. But in a day, it was really surprising to me. And bam, by the next day, the song just started to find everybody's status, and then we upload it to me, Audio Mac, and all the DJ start reach out for it, and then we broadcast it through my WhatsApp. And while broadcasting the song through my WhatsApp now, came a lot of reception from a whole heap of different individuals. But from me see the song start up on RFM one Monday and then play song 7 minutes straight, and say, yes, like this. And then, you know, with song played for about a month and start here regular on the radio. Then we do the video. After I do the video, I upload the Friday evening by Saturday morning, the Monday, I was all over the media, you know? And I said, boy, but at first it came scary because we never really get to the whole conclusion of, yo, yeah, actually, I go out there.
You weren't prepared for it. You weren't prepared.
No, so I go, normally just, Mr. Man just walk barefoot girl down at the supermarket to see me, because that's so me rest more time. Sometimes I feel I don't want to wear a boot. I don't want nobody drive me in a car and thing. I just take off all my shirt and just walk. You know, so that's why some people say I'm mad. But I just say go. For them business that, you know? But me as a man, when I walk going and I start some people, I say, oh, a bag going to come from the day too. So I'm going to do some tracks on them. And, you know, I'm going to walk to the supermarket and I start to people to put them phone and a video me. And I say, boy, what them people have video me for? You know? Because, you know, that too much phone today and people start asking me picture and them things. So I say, boy, I know me can't use the thing here. But by the time I come to go boom and reach home, the amount of the tagging thing on IG, and I see myself barefoot, and then people start me and say, yo, artist, I can't walk. So, and so it's not comfortable because I say, oh, Johno, man can't be themselves here. You know, if you wear the dirty shots, I'm going to my tone again because really take and all everybody with madness, you know. So I say, John, validate my life. So I say, come like a year of saying the song, I don't need nobody validation. But, you know, there was like a long old back and forth with one of my classmates. Them, I say, oh, you have to try to do thing and really and this and that. And I say, brother, I want to depend on the my thing same. But I start realizing the more I did it, like I go on live, by the time I come off a live and go on YouTube, I see the same live I made up on 10 minutes ago. So I start realizing, boy, the thing really a change, you know? Then I just come to and a conclusion for this, all right, I accept what comes and just be the Yaksta, because that's what I've been working for all the 5 years. But fame sometimes can get a little bit take a little bit more than just understanding what it is, isn't it? It can take a toll by your mentality the same way, because sometimes it make you afraid. But it is also a thing that a person can also appreciate, you know? Because when somebody show you the love, the reception from that magnitude of individuals that express their personal feelings to you, it can be very overwhelming, but also it shows you that your work is really fulfilling, not just to your soul, but also others. And as such, I'm very appreciative of it. You know, some people couldn't really reach out to see me if you just give them a DM right now, the answer. So, you know, it comes with its perks. So we kind of can't do them things to see me, you know?
Because it comes with a whole lot of different things. Like you can't no more just run down the shop barefoot and act like, as you said, you have to appreciate and accept now. So you have to change certain little things.
Yeah.
But then look, it give you some privilege right now. If you link bro God and say, yo, what's up? In probably gonna answer you fast.
Yeah, I say it go, you know. I say it go, you know. But they don't know we.
How you manage the transition and what? All right. Oh, you're saying a friend have a reason that you come to probably accept, but how did you transition? How did you get into the transition? Was it hard?
Still a transition, boy. We can't tell us straight, because we're still going to go to anybody do the same way. Like, unless people left on the way, let's go do the same thing. Maybe the transition all now. Take the time, yes. But sometimes we can't bother. We tell you I just too much work that for me more time, you know. But we do have to do still, you know. So I do have to do sometimes. But it is now here, and it's evident that it is here, and I'm also have to be very cautious of what I'm not doing, you know. So because it doesn't good and bad, as I said before. So as such, yeah, the transition period is very simple, because really and truly, I was actually mentally prepared for this day, but I just never prepared for the day. You understand? I knew that I was this good, but I never knew that I was this good until people express their own feelings towards what I'm doing. I mean, I know I'm starting to realize, boy, people don't really view me as a normal man no more. Like, come at me as a god, and sometimes I really like the feeling the same way, because
I know what you're saying.
It's like you know?
Yeah.
So sometimes I just remind them the same way, say, brother, I'm just a human being like you that eats, sleeps, and feel. And as such, me respect the love, but always remember that it's also a man with flaws, you know, because people show them support now, but them in their eyes they're not looking for the imperfections, and we truly we're all imperfect beings, you know. So I'm just trying to make it get to me, you know, and when it gets too much, the team them take over, them to do, you know. But me appreciate it of every single thing. I can't tell you, it's a good experience for anybody. we never understand what music business is really about. Now you get it full, full fledged.
But you have to grow the acceptance still, because there's a lot more to it than just even the media saying that you're crazy, because you're gonna probably get to a point where people even want to hurt you and stuff. So your life will change gradually as you go along to a level where you can't even probably go down the street by yourself anymore.
Yeah, well, it'll get this already.
You see, but it's just reality, because it's for your own safety. You know me, I say for more than one, for more than one reason, more than one ways.
Mm-hmm.
As you're on a mission, and it seems like you accept you're sent here for a purpose, and you choose a road. So if you choose a road and do what you're supposed to do for the people, then they will recognize and they will accept you and they will show you love. And then I don't know, one handful of people know you no more is a whole world. So you become a different person in their eyes.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, I mean, saying like, it's still jovial individual, still fun. Most times I'm very pensive. But next side, they might see me goof around and go out foolishness like some boys in a normal culture Jamaica with my friend them. But I'm very vigilant when it comes on to like my surrounding, because I know I may be very simple, but people don't. Because all people see dollar signs in fact of what this entertainment industry brings. And it's really and truly is much more than dollar signs. It's about trying to carve a future for other individuals and people who you actually influence. And we try to focus more upon that aspect also. The business, yes, but you don't know that aspect of giving people good substantial music in a sense, and still give them dancehall, but it's like we are minimized upon the whole raunchiness of things, and we can make it still sexy and feel good, and people can still dance about it and still feel a sense of obnoxiousness and them thing the same way. Yeah, but we're not trying to order the thing no more, because we realize we're not to do that. We can make people appreciate the good music by doing it very exceptionally well. Dancehall did. And I'm a big fan of dancehall. They listen gun and all everything we can think of. But it's not really a thing I'm really like consume. You might have one or few of them you might like because of the rhythm, or one might say or might say it or the individual singer or whatsoever. But you still bear in mind that I have to be cognizant that these type of influences sometimes can both impact us positively or negatively. And as such, whenever you sing anything negative, or the same surge of energy that you put out, the individual who consumes will feel. Yeah. So I'm try to change the narrative in that sense. Not bashing anybody, and big up every artist, because they have my full support when they come out to that. And I think that's what we lack sometimes is the unity. And because our egos are so big, sometimes we can't even get through to each other, because everybody just think about their self and not what we are about, Yeah.
See, great reasoning, one. Well, so we talk about the positive, and I just want to brush over this fast. We don't want to do it, but we still want to hear what's some of the negative. What's one of your worst experience that you faced since you touch out another?
Again, repeat.
What's one of your worst experience so far along the journey?
Worst. I think like the dub plate part, it can become very overwhelming at times, because you have so much things clashing one time, and you might do a dub today, and you have to, people expect for just like as a dub come in, you have to do it same time, and then people think there's a set speed, and then people normally inject them own personal feelings, and the disrespect will come with it sometimes. But I think it's still a learning process for me, and I think it's a part of what we actually signed up for. But other than that, it is also a good thing to see me, because it does train you to actually be a proper MC when it comes down to creating lyrics on spot, specializing, customizing certain things for a particular sound. So it gives us experience. It's just sometimes the unprofessionalism that comes behind the individuals are the actual customers of a particular dub, But other than that, it is a great thing for me, I can say. And I don't really think I have such of a bad experience about it. It's just that certain things could be much more organized and much more respectful. But then again, we live in a world with people, as I said, have the more ulterior motive. So that's what we can't tell a man how to live in life,
Yeah. I don't not backtracking, but I forgot to ask you when we talk about African, and you were telling us the journey, the story, and how it all came about. You mentioned that you did this, you did that, and you know the breakout. Was there a team behind it, or was just you doing some work by yourself? Who produced the song, by the way?
The song was produced by my producer Marlon Easy, alongside myself, West Music, and Afro Boy. Marlon Easy created the beat, collaborated with Afro Boy Music, and then I just put my 2 cents to it, and West Music did their thing with the marketing, etc. And here comes Ambition. But majority of my materials we are owned by us at West Music.
Let's see.
Mhm.
So this great breakout and this great man that we have now, basically the work was done by you and your small little team in a sense.
Yeah, man. And now we're collaborating with like majors, you know.
Well,
But
for sure.
but we still stay in our own niche and our own little cubicle or circle, and still collaborating and expanding the brand Yaksta to more than just one horizon, something more of a universal banner or brand, I may say, you know.
Sorry about that. Yeah, man, great. So, just want to highlight that so that the youth them out there who have them little team or them little thing and go and just know say, yo, if you keep putting in good works, you can actually get out there, by yourself and your team, and then the recognition will come and the others will see you after. If they don't see you now or before you break out, then if you keep putting in the work, then when you do get there, they will see you because you're a perfect example.
Yeah, man, because I say you have to be your own testimony, you understand? And in order for you to test the money, you have to be a testimony. And testimony comes with a whole heap of different experiences. You understand? But people just want testimony without the testimony. And that's the reason they fear the test, because it test them faith. And because it test them faith, them give up. So you have to believe in whatsoever team you have around you and just stick with them. Sometimes it can be very detrimental, but more than likely, it always turns out to be something successful. If you have the people with the right attitude and the right direction, definitely.
You talk about the teamwork and having the right people around. Who are some of the people that you're working with, artist wise and such? Your young team, the young people, the people that you have
Nation Pass, Authentic. As I said before, I work with Vegas. There's quite a few international inquiries, both UK based and USA based. For producers, Marlon Easy is the main producer. I also work with one and few smaller producers. Don't remember some of the label name. West Music, Afro Boy Music is also a part of our team as well. I have my band Scalawags, big up Sherry Bass and the whole team. Big up Sanjay Nigos, the manager and CEO of West Music also. Quasi, manager and CEO of Afro Boy. Marlon Easy, manager and CEO of Marlon Easy Production, which is also my producer. I don't know, you have me, Bush Music. You have yourself, CEO of Bush, the man of all greens. Yes, sir.
Man of all grades. Like that. Yeah. So like Tentic and Nation, like are those guys from St. Mary too? If not, we know that. But how did you get to link with those, and how did that connection come about?
The Nation boss just did me one day and many reasons, and from them time we just connect, and he's a very cool youth, very very humble, calm most times. So people might misconstrue his calm for being shy. Tentic now, we've been a link for a little while, But him too is just a calm youth, so we just connected, isn't it? Up an acquaintance, and we just say, all right, go work on some songs, and we just put them out, And him show him his support, I show him mine, and as such, we just enjoy each other individual.
That's good.
Yeah, we also have a collaboration with the whole three of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Because most of the times when artists rise in the same era, they always become rival and everybody trying to get, put down the other one or some form of competition. And, so it's a good look to see the direction that you guys are taking the music now. You guys are more uniting when you break out, and that's a good look.
Because really and truly, unification is key now. You understand? If you're seeking validation, that should be the only validation we individual must have. Because oftentimes we use crab in a barrel, but sometimes we can throw the barrel and I go to crab them. Why the barrel for? You understand? If you keep
free up everybody.
The barrel them, move the barrel.
Yeah.
Right, so the crab them.
The whole that we can just explore.
Explore. You get me? So that is a mental concept where them keep and I put your mind in imprisonment. So that there again, they must show you imprisonment of what we are. So it's almost like that is no chain on, it's a whole big old buckle, you know. When put it on, so really and truly. You have to become a chain to get out of the buckle. But the only thing about that chain is when they become a chain and they go up on top, you jump out, let the other one. So they crab them short. But if you went up on top and pull up the next crab, and the next crab, pull up the next crab, and the next crab, pull up the next crab, you would have no crab in the barrel, but a barrel with no crabs in it. So that is it, because them keep on with the barrel, crab in the barrel mentality. Soaking at the youth them same way, it keep on inseminate and becomes a part of our genetics. To believe that we have to be, you know, in rivalry to actually sustain a good career. When we learn truly, all it takes is just good resonance, understanding, punctuality, you understand, respect, push out good music, and make sure your production is key. You understand? So I just them thing that
Real meds, bro.
Yes, sir.
I just want to you them listen and learn, you know what I say, and try to take the same direction with whatever they want to do, whether it be music or any other business. You see the crab in a barrel, that analogy and that explanation. Yeah, man, it work, you know.
Yeah, man.
If you were to create a show now, you know, yeah, keep a cent near me come from or whatever, you know. Who are some of the artists that you would put on it? Give me at least 5 or so.
Chronicler, Javelani, Granix, Tentic, Nation Boss, Berry Sammons, Monifa. You might not know her yet still, but she's going to be a future massive giant boy. Look up her music. She named Monifa. Monifa. A massive artist. Can sing. The girl, remember Yaksta they tell her before, she break, she's going to be a massive giant boy. Governor, Gully. If we can get cartel, we get cartel too. I'm not talking everybody more from the show.
They say the show pull up, the show ram up.
Pull up, yeah. When the business about nobody. Let's
ram
show. Yeah. This is my show. The Bush Fest it name too.
Bush Fest.
Yeah. Open at the bush. Brother, unity, strength, and humility. Bush.
Why you take on this bush concept?
It means brotherly, unity, strength, and humility. Remember, it is the only thing that does not fight against each other, you know. Even if it is a fungus, you know. Because the fungus lives off of one, you know. You know, fight against you know, it just try to survive. But because one will die, he try to, you know, make some form of repellent. But if you check on the bush, you ever see a ackee chair and a coconut tree that cutlass?
No.
But they live in the same place. And then bear fruit. I mean, I say a breadfruit tree, you fling a breadfruit off a coconut tree, or almond tree, and they're all bearing, and all standing with purpose. Brotherly unity, strength, humility. Nature is everything in general, not just vegetation. It's also pigmentation. And as such, until we understand them things, we never stop warrior. You know?
Ah, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Bush. Sorry. Well, I don't know who send you on this earth, but anyone who send you on this earth send you for a purpose and just keep on focus and keep on reasoning the same way that you're reasoning, you know? But a person like you, it's such a humble person with, you know, such a positive impact, influence, and reasoning and outlook on life. How do you deal with negativity? Because it comes, as I say, you know, we're human and it's, you know, it's natural that we'll be human first, you know? How do you deal with negativity when it comes to you?
Yeah, I observe some and custom, you know? And I'm a human, I custom of them to man, I chat to.
Yeah.
You have to make them know sometimes, so what you stand,
yeah.
You stand for what you stand for, you know? Yeah. And as such, you have to really make one of you individual know, say certain things that it's not going to stand for. Because if you fall for everything, you stand for nothing, you know. But when it comes down to negativity still, we try to find the positive in every single thing that they comes with.
Yeah.
Yeah, because some people really and truly don't give themselves the space to actually see the negative in what they actually project to an individual. And as such, If you had to that fuel, it only blaze fire. To that fire with fuel, it only blazes higher. So I've sort of try to, you know, sedate certain situations, but when the situation gets too intense, I will express my repugnance in a very prominent way that it might seem super dominant to an individual that is almost like a cubicle, you know, to understanding what it means to have respect to an individual, you know?
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Jaja. Nah, like, brother, your level of reasoning is, you know, it's different, you know what I say?
Yeah, man.
Very intellectual, you know?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Got the people that you see, life change, brother. Once you wouldn't sit down here, so a reason for your phone and people come out and shake off your hand, they just want to touch the money, you know? And these are people that are around you, you know? And
yeah, man.
still, like,
yeah,
you know,
man. I'm bridging, man. You know? I'm bridging us come
it's a different response from the people that you see them give you a
yeah,
club.
go on. The respect was always there still from your youth still. I'm not gonna tell you like that. I always respect me. Like, I don't really make much things bother me. You know? But I may say it becomes much more exponential when time you becomes a public figure because the dominance of what this reign came with, it flooded them with just love and unity, you know. And I'm glad to see some people that blow up. So right now, some man are more man like this. Me and man to my farm look a little bit, you know. They look a thing there. Some of us it's a joy just to see some man boy take up the farm initiative and make it much more, you know. Yeah, I see that. I borrow come up and farm see him and the man have most man, you know. Pull the man go. Pull it, yeah, man go farm in a pool, you know. I'm coloring and him something, you know. So I'm kind of glad because when it comes down to economics and how people can capitalize on them little thing, I can say that really and truly the industry of what our country lacks when it comes down to farming can now be fruitful, isn't it? And yeah, I'm just glad I am. I don't know, I'm just glad. I just say it go. That's all I can say to you, Papa. I swear. I know what else to tell us.
So you start the music journey. I know it's not no many years, you know, probably 4 years. I just say you really take the music serious now and I do the music. Was there a time where you feel like you just give up?
Every day. I know.
Even now?
Stressing, but you can't give up because innately that's what I am. But I think that is the default of me. That is just the part of an individual who likes to whine because the work becomes much more immense. And when intensity try to strike a poise, I think that we human try to run from it. So it's just say you want to give up, it's just that you want something now. But when you do get the thing now and it comes with like a level up version of what you were running from, you still want to give up. So I think everybody who's successful want to give up at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So your colleagues them out there now are even the young ones them know who are forward and you know I try and it seems like it now work. What advice would you give to them?
When obstacles arise, use that as an engine. You understand? Always remember that. The greatest downfall is the greatest success. But it's where you do the moment where you have, you know. You understand? So when you get up and realize that boy, you reach a point in your life where you feel like you can't go no more, it's simple as show you say you're now in a state of transition. It's almost like a metamorphosis. And life is a cocoon. So if you just try to be gullible of the fiascos and not the triumph, sometimes you will not see the actual victorious arising that is beyond the wall. So as such, if the wall is too high to climb, ask for help. That's why you have other people on the earth. You know? Yes, sir.
See. We talk, and you mentioned earlier that you used to walk the streets, sell clothes almost all over Jamaica. Almost, I said, not all over, but you know, St. Elizabeth, Manchester, St. Mary, Montego Bay, whatever. Other than that, and the music, and as we realize you're well into farming, what are some of the other things that Yaksta do? Or what are some of the other things you can do?
Oh, well, I just start trading, you know, virtual trading. I also do the songwriting for a living. Right now, we are venturing into actually creating some restaurants, you know, some holistic restaurants. You know, we also have merch coming. We also do like graphic design services. We will soon be offering chauffeur services with you know, Bush Pan Foot, you know. And, Yeah, man. So them automobile them. So you don't know. We have ventured off into more than one things in music, but we can't. With COVID, there's a whole heap of different prices where we can't afford, boy. I'm gonna tell you. Them prices are never poor people, but they don't know. We have the idea and we're putting forward to see for the people. Them. But now, the mass production that we're actually in now is music because that is what I'm also farming. You understand? Yeah. So look out for Fall Club, coming soon. Whole heap of banger about the job. And we soon start produce to all the meat eater them and the fresh bite of them. I don't know what fall them can crunch, Some real fall, Yes, sir.
Look out for Fall Club, meaning you're going to create some farm with Fall.
Yeah, man. And also, Fall Club is actually a song that coming this Friday, which you will have to play. You understand?
Yes, sir.
It's a must play.
Yes, sir.
But
we're not going around it. We're not going to make it pass. Bush Pan Foot, tell me about that. Explain that.
All right, Bush Pan Foot is basically a service where individuals that want to have a personal chauffeur driving them around, you understand? Them just call in, and that chauffeur takes you anywhere you need with one of our company cars. You see me? And then you have security 24 hour. Like you get a security the same way. So if you feel like you don't want to go down the town and you want security, but it comes with an additional cost. So it's almost like what them call the thing Uber.
Yeah.
But Uber with protection. You understand?
Protection. Good.
Yeah.
We're on a platform and a lot of people watch us, a lot of people listen to us. If you could talk, so now you have a chance, you could talk to all your colleagues, all the artists out there. What are some of the advice you would give them? What are some of the things that you would say to them?
Stay focused. And just create content, create a massive catalog. Because when you actually get the bus, searching for our next one with the whole mass array of things, sometimes can make you discombobulate, you understand? I get disconnected from what the actual purpose is of music, because I can get distracted easy. So I may say stay humble, stay keen, stay woke. Read a lot. Eat right, Read and write. Yes, sir.
Great. All right. So is there anything else that the fans would be surprised to hear or know about Yaksta?
Now, suspense is behind the fence. I think if you climb a fence, you find suspense. So you understand? I let them talk, Yeah, man, the fans are more bush that, but I must say I'm just a shrub right now, still growing into actual tree, So the more branches push out, comes with more surprises. Today, this limb might be apple, next moment might be to banana, cocoa next week, everything go. Next moment on ninja, you just never know, So just look out, Yeah.
Like any other most artists, what are some of the challenges you faced, like in the music so far?
No challenges.
Yeah.
Learn experiences for me. I don't think it's challenges. It's just an experience you have to learn. If you have challenges real and truly, the negative will actually overshine every single thing positive that you're now doing and experiencing. Challenges is not for me, Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Great, sir. I hear you, sir. Said Mary, you've been giving back for sure, even with the music and the positivity, but what are some of the other ways that you give back to the community? Are you looking forward to give back to the community?
All right. Now we're about to actually start donating some folk cups to some of the local individuals them who really and truly need are in need our help for to start a business same way. So we're collaborating with various amount of private sectors to actually get some donations and also sponsorship from my own group, Push Music, and myself, Yaksta, to actually start a foundation to help some of the people both the same way. So we are in some legal mitigations now, but I think in this week, the first handover will be held and documented so people can actually see that this is So we're putting forward, man. Trust me.
That's great. That's great. Yeah, man. I'm gonna let you go have your rest of Sunday evening. And what are you doing this at this moment on this Sunday evening? What did you take a break from to talk with us?
Yeah, I just box up some roof and something, man. I build a bill wagon in a yard, So right now, tell me up to an idea. Chop up some bamboo and a box up, That's what's up, Yeah.
I don't mama place.
Yeah, man, I don't for mama look outside, you know. Mama can both say no and brag both in one boy, you know. So them all leader, so them stay.
Oh, is one son mama have?
Yeah, and the other boy.
Wow.
The last one, the wash belly, as them normally say.
Normally say, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice, man. Congrats, man. Great job, you know.
Love and light.
And everybody look forward to, you know what I mean? Look back on their mom and make sure they take care of them. So, you know, we have to give you respect for that still. You know?
Yeah, man. Still home, still for them beating them still. Because almost every day she's beating them, but they don't know.
That brings to what it is today, man. Give thanks for it, no?
Yeah, man, you know.
So go ahead.
Yeah, man. So, is it else?
So, no, seems like we're kind of getting to a place where we're coming out of this ugly place with the corona lockdown and the virus and the whole, you know, restriction. What can we look forward to from Yaksta when the place open up?
All right, a lot of tours will be held. Album, EP, tours upon tours, because, you know, worldwide, a lot of booking agencies have been calling, still been calling, and will be calling because of the content that's about to come out. And you don't know. As such, I'm just elated to venture off into that new experience. You know, to be a part of something new. So yeah, just expect the best. Just expect the best from Bushlad right now. Just
and look out for Yaksta somewhere close to you and make sure you did it.
Yes, man. My social media, follow me at official Yaksta and YouTube, IG. You don't know, on Facebook it's Yaksta. And Twitter, official Yaksta, Spotify, Yaksta, iTunes, and go support the merch and see me at www.yakstamusic.com. Yeah, and just expect the best. Yes, sir.
All right. Is there a place out there in the world that you dream to perform? The place you look forward to going to?
Every crevice, every corner.
Well, for sure, but give me a little bit more, man. There's no specific place that you say, yo, I'm just going for the year when we reach that place there.
No, never. It's
like Africa.
Yeah, but you don't really think about it so in depth. You just want to go, you know?
You just want to go. You know, you just want to go. You want to go everywhere.
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 You know, I just don't meet pre-life. You know about the next man, but I just don't meet pre-life, you know?
So, you know, as I want to thank you for being here with me, and I'm going to give you the floor for say what you want to say. If you want to spend half an hour talk, or you want to sing for the people, or whatever you want to do, I'm going to give the floor to you. But before I do so, is there any song or anything that you want me to play?
No, well, really and truly, I would love to stay longer, you know. But really and truly, I would have to go jump to our next interview.
Well, I figured, but is there any song or so you want me to play before you leave or you want to talk?
Yeah. More download Authentic and Yaksta Freedom and play it. Make the people hear. Newly wet song.
The one brand new.
Yeah.
Here we go. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. There we go. This one is brand new, people. Let me hear. I'm hearing it for the first time. Like yourself, so we'll talk about it after.
I have only my dreams. Spread my dreams on your feet. Look how much promise them left on the block. I never meet one yet. Now for the new generation, I grow with a misconception. Dog, if you no work for yourself, you a work for your next man rich. Just check how much money they get to spend on weed, liquor and cigarette daily. All of them money, every circle back quick. I make the system take a back flick. The man up power before the music, so me gonna make you millions hear this. Poverty no real is a mental whip, and it's a long time we a get tricked. Donkey tell us that the earth don't level up. Peace I it can't fix. But all I have are my dreams. All I need is my freedom. Freedom.
Brand new people, freedom. I said my Yaksta.
I have all my
Authentic.
All I need is my freedom. Freedom.
Go and get familiar with this one. I want Sean Mercy, everything good.
Limitations for us, that's what they said. We're all poison victims of mayhem.
To conquer a resort to cadence. Unite the needle and this is from edge. Frequencies got you without having latency. Waited so patiently and got my vacancy. Chaos kick up when you don't know what patience is. Resolution is linked with my latency. Comprehend a dove from a pigeon. The renaissance has begun. A pilgrim that's beyond no weapon in this and my lips are like anchors that unleashes big bombs. Legislation shall dissolve. Confusion resolve when lies is where it falls. Fittest of fittest, we still need their bitters. To glow brighter than the young in this realm and beyond. So I took a quick nap. My dreams.
People they have it, you know. That one the brand spanking new. Freedom. Go search for it. Go get familiar with it. Tell us about this one.
Well, yeah, it was needed. The unity is needed, and freedom is just an expression of what we are actually undergoing right now in this whole pandemic. And before the pandemic and after the pandemic, there will also be a sense of oppression, and as such, we have to express our repugnance, as I normally said before. And freedom is just a great example of what we need to actually experience when it comes down to having our actual freedom, you know? That is it.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. So somebody asked when the song with Nation Boss will be coming. 2nd of next month, you'll actually get an next visual. And this Friday, you'll actually be a second single from Yaksta himself, you know. The Friday that went since week, that was actually this song release. So this Friday next release, and next week there'll be a next release, and the week after the other week there'll be a next release from Yaksta. And then they don't do the summer phone. For no go and jolly, you know? Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Bush every time.
Great. So, anything else you wanna tell the people about Yaksta? Anything else you wanna say to the people in the world that's gonna be listening to you after this interview will be posted for life, and there will be people
just
seeing
Yaksta music. Just go stream Yaksta music, and remember, for always stay self-conscious. Yeah, stay self-conscious. Not the one of them actually put in the dictionary. Conscious with oneself. And so that nothing can never be a bother to you. Because oftentimes we live in the same matrix of our own self, not realizing that we are not self-conscious. You understand? But because we use the term self-conscious in the same term of self-conceitedness, we don't realize that self-consciousness is really like a reckoning with oneself. You understand? They resonate with the one frequency then, in short. After the bush lad, love and life, backlocks comes to I boom, but on bush. Out there.
Not self-conceitedness, but self-consciousness.
Yes, sir.
Album.
Late Bloomer. Stoic Torture. And you also have a next one called The Dark Repugnance.
See.
Yeah.
Where can they find them?
One will like the first EP Late Bloomer will be released this month.
Month?
No, not this month. July, sorry. It'll be released in July. It was supposed to be next month, the 9th, but there's a slight delay with some submissions. So you can expect that album in July. For the first actual 10-track album, I think it will be later this fall or early January of next year. But just expect some singles and some collaborations and also an EP this year.
Some features.
Yeah, a lot of things for the people then.
Big up yourself, Bush Lad. Thank you for your time, my boss. I really appreciate it. Respect. Leave the people then with something, whatever it is, a song, something nice, something, and then thank you for your time on behalf of myself, Little Thunder Sound, landkentertainment. Enough respect, sir.
Excuse me, no pagans. Little Thunder now seek validation. Toast and admiration, yeah. From you now, your patrons. Boasting about name brands. But cost over 8 grand. Little Thunder be same ones. For the cost of a pants. Hey, why own a Ferrari? With nowhere to park it, boy. Why shop a Louis V? When there is a target. Little Thunder well faced it. Him a fee man save it. Them go fendi fi trendy. Bank account ya empty. Thunder, a acres over markets. Link your wife when you want it. Cause when side girl link up, child support that lead to a farming over flossing, investment over braffing, inheritance for your seeds. You are right, being mean. Look at Thunder. Yaksta the bush after that. Backlash come. Still I boom. Boom. Bush. I'm out.
Let's go thunder.
People there have it, the great man himself outside of St. Mary, representing the bush lord himself, Yaksta. I don't know. Hot topic.
2 minute. Bush loader. Same one, man. Ready, man? Yeah. Excuse me, no pagans. Can't seek validation. Close and admiration. From you now, your patrons. Posting about name brands. Because over 8 grand. But me searching up the same one. With the cost of a straight pants. Why own a Ferrari? With nowhere to park it, boy. Why shop a Louis V? When there is a target. Down behind from my face. True minds me a save it. Them go fend if it trendy. Bank account can't empty. Bro, acres over markets. Links me wife when me want it. Cause when side get breed up. Child support that bleed up. Farming over plastic. Investment over profit. Inheritance for me seeds up. Me alright being me.
Big up to Yaksta, the whole bush team.
If you were 50 and never make a
Big up to everyone who locked in.
means of course.
You don't know it's all about hot topic each and every Sunday.
You use as a big
man, we're here.
You and Kim growth.
Interesting artists, interesting businessman, great interviews.
But you have to
remember to share the life.
You buy.
Don't keep it to yourself.
Bang and Bajit by their own tools to keep them.
Pick up yourself for that garage.
But I sell on more peace. Nobody watch how me clocks me. So start supply Walgreens.
Pick up Landkentertainment Entertainment for the whole team.
The people them know that for burger go put no mummer. You and you, sir. And it's a baker me bill from a puller. That here with dispensary, supplying them with good earth. Acres over now.
I want to say enough love, enough respect to the one who checked in this evening. I really appreciate your love and your support. Continue to share the live. Continue to support that topic. Remember, each and every Wednesday I also have Anything Goes Wednesday. Check out the Big Bad Clash each and every Saturday. You don't know, it's called Welcome to Sound Clash. We're live over there on Facebook. Welcome to Sound Clash page. We're also live on YouTube, also on Twitch. Each and every Sunday we're here. Next week we'll have another great, interesting show lineup for you. Don't miss it. Young bad artist outside of Yaksta goes by the name New Meds. He'll be here with us next week. He's gonna share his story. Get familiar with the young artist, you know. So until next week, I want to leave with enough love and enough respect. Now peace out. Happy Sunday. Blessed week to each and everyone.